Hey, thanks for coming out on the trail with me today.
Heading into the entryway here at Table Rock. We're gonna do Pinnacle Mountain Trail and then head across the Ridge Trail, come back down Table Rock Trail. So, ready for a great day of hiking with my buddy Eli. Say hi.
Hello.
And we're just taking off here on the trail, ready to go. The entryway into Table Rock, if you've never been here, really is beautiful. There's rushing waters right here, and then
Some people I don't think make it past the entrance.
Yeah, there's this nice asphalt trail right here. To begin things out, it only goes for like the first eighth of a mile, but even if you have someone who's really out of shape and can't handle a hike, just coming out here is truly beautiful. Like, this is what, 50 yards into the trail, and we already have water scenes like that. Still on that little approach trail coming right up. I don't even really consider this part of the Table Rock Trail, but it is the beginning of it. And already we have this waterfall. Spectacular. It is mid-March right now. It's March 20th, and so it's a little chill in the air. I'm sure once we get hiking, it's going to be just fine. More beautiful water. Waterfalls just abound on this whole hike, especially in the beginning of it. There's another one.
Freaking incredible.
Yeah. And you only have to walk too far. Right over here we have this nice slide going down. Alright, and now we've hit the trail itself. We're off of that approach trail. It's across the bridge, and you see the red clay. We hit our first sign. Yeah. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna take this Pinnacle Mountain Trail here. All right. Sorry, Pinnacle Mountain Trail. And so we're going that way. But when we come back, we'll be on Table Rock Trail. So we're gonna come back down that. Okay. Just want to point out the trail we're starting out on today. See a Foothills Trail. Plan to do that someday. Not sure when. It's 9.5 miles if you just wanted to hike out to Sassafras Mountain. Not what we're doing today. But if you want to hike all the way to Oconee State Park, nice little 76-mile jaunt. Not doing that either. So right now, onward and upward, heading to Pinnacle Mountain. Going to another little water crossing. Learned a lesson there. Test or rock.
The trail.
What?
This is how everybody starts the trail?
Yeah.
Guess they're gonna need a lot of stamina, so water can't hold them back.
True.
It's a big one.
Okay, here we've got another one of those waterways coming down. Just a gorgeous creek that we've been running alongside of. We're gonna keep going onward and upward.
Sorry, I'm like a kid. I just love the water. Can't stay away from it.
And the trail goes that way. So at this point, we're long past the Carrick Trail cutoff. We're still on, yellow is the Pinnacle Mountain Trail, white is the Foothills Trail. Following that around, and lots of incredible views. The ascent hasn't been too bad so far, though it's I think making us breathe a little harder.
Getting my workout in.
Yeah, it's good leg day.
Good leg day.
But we've pretty much had water beside us at some point within listening distance for most of this trail. If you've been following any of my videos, you know I love that. Love that sound of water nearby. Maybe it's a latent survival instinct in me as a human being. It's like, okay, if there's an emergency, I have water close by. But I just love the sound of it. Right now, doing a lot of switchbacks, kind of winding around this curve in the mountain, crossing the creek again, and lots of neat rock formations. Don't know if you saw that when I was going by, but it's kind of cool big rocks. Not sure what the history is on those, if it's from a glacier movement or if they just fell off the top of the mountain. Not sure, but as they jut up out of the ground here, they are very cool. Come up to the spot where we walk under the waterfall. What's up there? And so here, if you want to stay dry, you can go behind the waterfall or front of it, or if it's a hot day, you could always go for going right through it. I think I'm gonna head up behind it today. Little slip there. See Eli coming through here behind the waterfall. And it's beautiful here behind it. See the sun coming off of the water droplet.
Nice.
Gorgeous view. Now we're gonna head on up. We're breathing hard, but we're up here getting some good elevation, starting to have beautiful views along the trail. It is a perfect blue sky today. Ran into a bunch of people doing a challenge, training for a Make-A-Wish fundraiser. So a lot of them out on the trail today, which is very cool. Hello.
Hi, what's going on?
Just getting a hike in.
Yeah, it's a nice one for it.
It's a beautiful day for it.
Absolutely.
We are here at another water crossing, and one thing that I am super happy to see is this sign right up here, because last time I hiked this, it wasn't here, and the blazes look like they've been redone too, but it was really confusing. And I kind of started out that trail thinking that I was still on the trail, and then realized that wasn't it after I got up on there, because the trail goes that way. And so super happy to see those signs letting us know that. But it is still a beautiful day to be out on the trail. Couldn't ask for a better Saturday morning activity.
You know, so yeah,
So we are walking
right.
up nice sandy area. Lots of trees blowing down in a storm. But
So I mean, for
beautiful.
the employee, this is an hour at a time, $15 an hour. So I mean, I'm involved too. So it's so I would say, yeah, I was gonna say 25.
hello, how are y'all doing?
I'm doing a table rock. It's vertical. I said I'm doing table rock, so it's very vertical.
So we just passed the 3.5 mile mark. We got some guys coming behind us, so let's pull over.
Yeah. Can we do 30 for E&E? Okay. 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 All right.
And here we come up on another gorgeous view that a camera will never
All right. Well, let me
do
do
justice. So all along the Pinnacle Mountain Trail, there are these gorgeous rock face overviews, and you just have this spectacular views for miles and miles and miles. I don't know that you can see it in the camera, but that little bump way out there, I think that's Paris Mountain over Greenville. The road down there is Highway 11. It runs along the northern part of the state. We're right now on Bald Knob. Elevation up here is about 2,800 feet. We'll get to the sign in just a second. So here's our sign for Bald Knob. Is 2,849 feet of elevation. So we're moving on up. I think the top of Pinnacle Mountain is like 3,400 sorry to say square feet, 3,400 feet above sea level. But it's a crisp day, early spring. One major change, as we've moved into the end of winter, early spring here in South Carolina. With the nicer weather comes a lot more hikers. If you remember back on January 1st, on my hike, I didn't see another soul on the trail all the way up and most of the way back down, and I was in the same park on the trail that we're going to end up on today. But today I've already seen dozens and dozens of hikers, trail runners, people just out enjoying a gorgeous, perfect day. Right at 4 miles is where Foothills Trail cuts off and heads that direction. But we're doing the Pinnacle Mountain Summit, so we get to go straight up this hill.
Oh, okay.
All right, well, we are breathing hard, but seeing that end of the Pinnacle Mountain portion of this trail. We're gonna hit the Ridge Trail here in just a minute, but so we'll switch from yellow blazes. Here's the first orange blaze coming up right up here. The Ridge Trail. Whew. But then here's our top, Pinnacle Mountain Summit. Elevation 3,425 feet. All right. Feels good. We made it.
Feeling alive.
How you feeling, Eli?
Feeling alive.
All right.
Got my
All right, so we're on this ridge trail that just runs from the top of Pinnacle Mountain over to Table Rock Trail out near the overlook at the top of the Table Rock Mountain. It's a descent. There will be some ups and downs, but where the Pinnacle Mountain is up over 3,400 square feet, or up over 3,400 feet, and Table Rock's about 3,100 or 3,200. So it's a few hundred feet lower in elevation, but we just cruise along this ridge. Nice thing about it being winter, or real early spring, all you have is a little bit of buds in trees, no leaves yet, and so you still have the great views from the top of the ridge. When you come around and hike this in the summer, you're more in a foliage tunnel up here, and you can't really see much other than the trail and the woods around you. We're right up here on the top, so that over on that side, those mountains are North Carolina, and that side is South Carolina. Now, I'm not sure exactly where the state line is, but it's somewhere that direction, not too far. And I just love the beauty and getting out here and the camaraderie of a good hiking partner. So I've been thinking about, I do these hiking videos every week, but I haven't really shared like what's the story behind me doing these hikes, and you know, why am I out here? Why are you wasting your time watching YouTube videos? But it really is because my wife and I are expecting a son, and that's awesome news. I'm really stoked about that. And as I began thinking about the things I wanted to do with my son, it kind of reawakened in me this desire to do things that I honestly hadn't done in a couple of decades, more than an occasional thing like camping and hiking and backpacking, which I did avidly as a teenager and young adult. But you know, after college, I didn't do a lot of it. And so when I started doing these hikes every weekend, and then in order to stay in shape, I just make sure I'm getting at least 10,000 steps a day. A lot of times I'm hitting 15,000 or more. That's not counting hiking days. But a neat, like a little side effect just to share is that my resting heart rate has changed. Where last like November, December, my resting heart rate honestly was around 80 beats a minute. And so recently I've been seeing a 69 pop up on my watch. Most of the time it's about 70 to 72, which is just much healthier. I feel better, and even just at work, if I have to run up the steps or something, I'm not winded when I get to the top. So while it hasn't been this huge weight loss journey or anything, I have lost some weight, about 4 or 5 pounds, but it hasn't been, you know, an incredible weight loss journey. Health wise, it has been really good for me, and I'm looking forward to still being in good enough shape to do this stuff when I have a son who's old enough to begin enjoying that, which hopefully won't be too long. Right? Just got to get him to hold his head up first, and then onward and upward, right? Just want to shout out to the volunteers and Park Service people to keep these trails clear. We had one blow down just a little bit ago, had to climb through, but for the most part you can see how much is blown down around here. But the trail itself has been cleared. Pretty easy sailing, other than the having to walk uphill thing. But no, it's really great. Thankful to them for all that they do out here. Just wanted a shot of that, the rock outcropping, and then the North Carolina mountains over there. So we head on up this hill, heading towards Table Rock. Still up here on the Ridge Trail, heading towards Table Rock, but we're making good time, having a good talk, good fun along the way, and enjoying the views all along the Ridge Trail, because this whole time, ever since Pinnacle Mountain, basically, we've been able to look out and see for miles and miles. And the terrain on this part between Pinnacle Mountain and Table Rock, like there's some slight ups and downs, as you can see, but it hasn't been too strenuous. Looks like I spoke too soon. We're about ready to go down a hill. But it's been really nice for about the last, I don't know, hour or half an hour, whatever it's been since we were on the top of Pinnacle Mountain. Hey, so we're off of the Ridge Trail now, heading out the top of Table Rock Trail. So this part will be a quick out and back, out to the overlook that Table Rock gets its name from. We still have all the beautiful views up here on the ridge, and I'm not sure exactly how much farther, but I think we're within half a mile of the end of the trail. For Table Rock Trail. And we should also be pretty close to the sign for the summit. But I don't know, we will get there when we get there. The nice thing about trail days, it's not the rush to get anywhere, it's the journey along the way that's the fun. So this is the top of Governor's Rock on a pretty day. Last time I was up here, it was raining and snowing, and you couldn't see anything. Normally, on a day like today, you'd have a really great view, but since it's a rainy day hike, we're up in the clouds. That's all you can really see. So there's the view we missed on that trip. It's beautiful. Just came up through all these rocks and down trees. Not really sure what kind of blight hit this, but up at this level there's a lot of dead trees. But it's still gorgeous views. That's Highway 11 down there, the lake. And right back over there, that's Pinnacle Mountain where we were a little bit ago. And we're not heading back that way, we're just going to go down Table Rock. Now we're heading out here onto the top of Table Rock. This is the view that we came up for.
It's quite the view.
It is.
Ole, ole.